Good evening and welcome to this Good Friday reflection. I've written a poem. Jesus last week began with delight. Behold, the new King, he has come. He entered the city on humble young beast. The crowds lined the streets, it was Passover feast. They shouted, Hosanna! And couldn't be ceased, because the new King, he has come. The city of David he entered, the King of the Jews and God's Son. So to the temple his purpose to pray, but tables he tossed with righteous dismay. It's a house of prayer, not bizarre cabaret. The King of the Jews and God's Son. He told the disciples his future, an idea his friends did not like. Then to a room they gathered to eat, but no one was there to wash their feet, all so ashamed as he left his seat. The idea his friends did not like. His garment around him discarded, as he knelt before them to serve. From heel to toe he washed all the dirt, but never for me, Lord, Peter did blurt. Jesus replied, I must, he did assert, as he knelt before them to serve. There yet was a lesson to teach them with the simple things they had there. When you eat this bread, my body is shared, the wine is my blood, and none shall be spared. Let this remind you of how much I cared with the simple things they had there. The 12 were all still at the table, but one had a deal to be done. One will betray me, I know this is true. Judas, don't dally, we both know it's you. So to the chief priest's coin he did pursue. Yes, one had a deal to be done. Then Jesus, he turned his attention to Peter, his stubborn, loyal friend. You will deny me, dear Peter, he said. Never, my Lord, I would rather be dead. But bird cry will show him easily led. O Peter, his stubborn, loyal friend. Now in a garden he weeps in prayer, the burden so heavy to bear. Father, please take this cup from me, he pleads. Sweat and blood form on his brow in small beads, and yet he obeys his dear Father's lead. The burden so heavy to bear. His anxious prayers, they are barely done when Judas returns with a clan. A kiss that betrays a once dear friend. A sword drawn sees an ear meet its end. But Jesus says violence he will not defend when Judas returns with a clan. Arrested, his friends did desert him. Alone in the dock he did stand. Before the Sanhedrin they made false claim, for the plan to kill him was their new aim. But Pilate and Herod dismissed their game. Alone in the dock he did stand. Even though his wife's dreams had warned him, Pilate still had a role to play. I see no reason this man should die. Let the crowd choose, they I will not defy. Yet Barabbas, not Jesus, was their cry. Pilate still had a role to play. Innocent, he is labelled a traitor, his fate in the hands of a man. So now what shall be done with this Jesus? Let it be what the baying crowd pleases. Crucify him, their volume increases. His fate in the hands of a man. No time wasted, guards took him away. They mocked and insulted him too. He was beaten, thorns placed on his head, carried the cross on which soon he'd be dead. King of the Jews, a sign above his head. They mocked and insulted him too. The last agonies were still looming. As to this crossed wood he was pinned. Nails in his hands and his feet were bashed through. Spear in his side, blood and water it drew. Where are you, Father? No comfort he knew. As to this crossed wood he was pinned. but words from the cross, they console us as Jesus breathed out his last breaths. Forgive them, God, they know not what they do, and today in heaven you will be too. It is finished, done for me and for you. As Jesus breathed out his last breath. The sky had turned black, though it was day. His spirit committed to God. The veil in the temple from top was torn, and the earth it shook. This was not the norm. Holy dead people took living form. His spirit committed to God. By that time the Sabbath was looming. His body they took from the cross. In a borrowed tomb they laid him there, for there had been no time for them to prepare. Behind a stone all hope seems lost to despair. His body they took from the cross. On the third day, when Sabbath was past, we find that the story's not done. Some woman astonished guards, frozen with fear. An angel then said, "Your Lord is not here. He is alive. He is risen. There is nothing to fear." We find that the story's not done. Yes, we find that the story's not done. A choice must be made by us all. The cross of Jesus your sin did delete. The finality of death now knows defeat. By grace you are saved if you kneel at his feet. A choice must be made by us all.